a conspiracy theorist favourite, thought up and perpetuated by a bunch of paranoid fools. Let's explore what Haarp really is and what it really does. Haarp stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Located in Alaska, it was initially funded by the US Department of Defense in conjunction with the University of Alaska Fairbanks. Opening in 1993, the research program was designed to study Earth's ionosphere and the effects it has on communications. Haarp is specifically located in this region because large natural currents, known as auroral electrojet, flow through the ionosphere. The ionosphere is the ionized part of Earth's upper atmosphere. It influences the way radio waves travel from one point to another. Simply put, the Haarp facility is a large radio transmitter and antenna which operates in the shortwave band. Extremely low frequencies, or ELF for short, move easily through water and can therefore be used for sending coded messages to submerged submarines. However, it is expensive and impracticable to have hundreds of miles of antenna, so Haarp created a virtual antenna in the ionosphere. This was done by heating up a small spot with a beam of shortwave radio signals. The signals were then modulated to an ELF frequency, and this results in the natural electrojet current being modulated, which in turn radiates at an ELF frequency. This ELF radiation can then carry messages to the submarines. By the way, an electrojet current is a current which travels around the E region of the ionosphere. The E region is a layer of ionized gas, one of the several layers of the ionosphere. There are two electrojet currents, the equatorial and the auroral, as I previously mentioned in relation to Haarp's location. Now, please note all this talk about submarines. Experiments and research regarding submarine communication systems would of course be classified. Anything to do with US nuclear submarines would be classified, but it is this classified crap that conspiratards pounce on. Yet common sense tells us there's nothing mysterious about it. In August 2015, the Haarp facility was taken over by the University of Alaska Fairbanks after the US Air Force failed to find funding to continue with the project. The university continues with a variety of projects, including making artificial auroras in order to get a better understanding as to how natural auroras form, heating small spots in the ionosphere to learn how charged particles behave, and assisting in measuring the Van Allen radiation belt. Other universities worldwide frequently use the Haarp facility to conduct their own research. Instead of shouting about how demonic Haarp is, perhaps people should be grateful because without this kind of research, we wouldn't have satellite TV or GPS, for example. You need to know how our upper atmosphere works to have such things. The conspiracy crap about Haarp was first touted by a bloke called Nick Begich Jr. way back in 1996 on the Art Bell radio show. Nick was always awfully keen to have himself referred to by the title Doctor, but always failed to say that his PhD is in traditional medicine and was purchased online from the Open International University in Sri Lanka, with no study, no coursework, no exams or no thesis. His website is filled with a variety of high-priced products and unscientific articles. He's a charlatan, a snake oil salesman with money on his mind. Richard Hoagland was another godfather of Haarp conspiracies. This man has no scientific qualifications, was not educated beyond high school, and has no peer-reviewed publications. He's lied about many things over the years, as well as pushing unsubstantiated hogwash. Now, the actual science as to why Haarp is not creating clouds or changing the weather or causing earthquakes or controlling mines is very simple. The ELF modulated waves created by the 3.6 million watt shortwave transmitter can only be detected by the most sensitive of equipment. This is therefore just not powerful enough to do what the conspiratards claim. The effect of the transmission is much, much, much smaller than the normal natural activity in the ionosphere. Also note that the frequency of energy that Haarp transmits can't be absorbed by the troposphere or the stratosphere. the areas where clouds and weather are produced. Conspiracy theorists have always been very, very good over the years at cherry-picking parts of politicians' and scientists' speeches in order to push their outlandish claims. These quotes are always completely out of context, and therefore meaningless at best, fraudulent at worst. Haarp is not a secret facility. It holds an open house day every August, and all members of the public are free to visit and look around the entire facility. They even treat you to a barbecue. Let me finish with a quote from computer scientist David Nadich. Haarp attracts the conspiracy theorist because its purpose is a mystery to the scientifically uninformed. Well, yes.